Hi friends, I'm Sophia. Welcome back to Pixelpalette Dream Home. Winter has a way of hushing the world outside, doesn't it? It invites us to turn inward, to slow down, and to curate our spaces with intention. Today, we aren't chasing fleeting trends or doing a complete overhaul. Instead, we are exploring a very specific, nostalgia-rich design theme. A touch of red, fused with our beloved cottage farmhouse foundation. We are looking at how a single, well-placed object, a crimson apple, a faded velvet ribbon, or a chipped enamel mug, can breathe life into a room. It is about celebrating the quiet beauty of the season through home improvement projects that focus on character rather than cost. Before we start our tour, I have a question for you. Do you have a specific family heirloom? Maybe an old red tin or a vintage quilt that you only bring out during the winter months? I'd love to read about your treasured pieces in the comments below. Your stories are what make this community so special. Let's step inside. The entryway is more than just a place to drop your keys. It sets the emotional thermostat for your entire home. In our first vignette, we focus on a distressed pine console table grounded by a vintage round wooden tray. Notice the simplicity here. A matte white bird figurine paired with a brass candlestick and a few deep red rosehip branches in an ironstone pitcher. We aren't cluttering the space, we are curating it. For those of us thinking about home security and safety, keeping the entryway tidy is practical, but it can also be beautiful. We utilize vertical space with an arched mirror reflecting a sparse eucalyptus wreath. A vintage scale weighing a single brick red apple adds a pop of color that feels organic, not forced. These details create a sense of arrival and peace, proving that elegant interior design is often found in the quietest corners. Moving into the living room, we want to cultivate an atmosphere of rest, the focal point here is the hearth, anchored by a vintage large wooden dough bowl sitting on the coffee table. We filled it with natural pine cones and a cast iron deer figurine, accented by just a few dried red berries. It's a texture-rich centerpiece that connects us to nature. When considering flooring options for a renovation, wide plank pine floors like these provide a timeless backdrop for oatmeal linen sofas and worn leather armchairs. We focus on furniture restoration by celebrating the scratches and patina on a reclaimed wood table. Small touches like amber glass tumblers used as votive holders or a stack of books with dusty red spines invite you to sit and stay a while. It creates a space that supports our senior health and well-being by reducing visual noise and promoting relaxation. The kitchen is the engine of the home, and in winter, it transforms into a bakery of memories. Here, we blend utility with charm. Look at this kitchen remodeling idea. Instead of hiding everything away, we display a cherry red enamel pot right on the stove. It's functional art. On the butcher block island, a vintage scale holds a place of honor, perhaps weighing ingredients for a family recipe. We organize our open shelving with intention, stacking pastel mixing bowls but topping them with a single brick red mug for visual interest. A stoneware crock filled with wooden spoons and a ceramic bee figurine adds personality to the counter. These kitchen appliances and tools aren't just for cooking, they are part of the decor. For those enjoying retirement living, these small rituals, making tea with an enamel pot or tending to rosemary in a terracotta planter, are the moments we cherish most. If you are finding inspiration in these rustic blueprints, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me continue sharing these design ideas with you. And if you see a vignette you'd like to try, please hit that like button. Gathering for a meal is a sacred act, and the dining room deserves a setting that honors that connection. We balance formality with rustic ease here. Instead of an expensive floral arrangement, we use a green relief ceramic compote piled high with red apples as a centerpiece. It's an affordable, sustainable, and striking focal point. For the table setting, we layer textures, a grain sack runner, white ironstone plates, and a unique touch, a ceramic bird figurine at each place setting. This attention to detail enhances the real estate value of your dining experience, making guests feel truly honored. Whether you are reviewing your estate planning or simply hosting a Sunday supper, a table dressed with vintage linens and beeswax candles creates a legacy of hospitality. It is sophisticated, grounded, and welcoming. Your bedroom should be your personal retreat from the world. We keep the palette soothing here, using luxury bedding materials like crisp white linen and wool. To bring in our theme, we drape a wool throw with a faint red stripe over the foot of the iron bed. It's a whisper of color that doesn't disrupt the calm. On the nightstand, we create a micro moment of joy. A chipped red enamel mug holding dried lavender or a vintage olive green bottle wrapped in jute twine. These bedroom ideas focus on tranquility. The dresser becomes a display for treasured items, a silver hairbrush, a jewelry box, or a glass cloche protecting a pine cone. By reducing clutter and focusing on storage solutions that are beautiful, we create an environment that promotes deep, restorative sleep, which is so vital for us. Let's look at the bathroom. You don't need a full bathroom renovation to create a spa-like feel. It's about the accessories. We replace plastic packaging with vintage alternatives. A milk glass dish holding a bar of soap wrapped in faded red paper, or a zinc canister for cotton balls. On the vanity, a green majolica dish holding a lit candle creates an immediate sense of serenity. We stack dusty red towels in a wicker basket, adding texture and function. These small changes elevate the daily routine into a ritual of self-care. It's a gentle reminder that home value isn't just about market price. It's about how the home serves you and makes you feel every day. Finally, we attend to the threshold and the tiny details. Enhancing your curb appeal can be as simple as placing a black iron lantern with a burgundy velvet bow on your porch steps. A zinc bucket with evergreen branches welcomes guests before they even step inside. And inside, we look at the micro vignettes, the tiny arrangements that only you might notice. An amber glass tumbler glowing with candlelight, a vintage postcard clipped to a string, or a spool of red thread on a sewing table. These are the fingerprints of your life. They tell the story of who lives here. Whether you are interested in antiques or just love the look, these small corners bring the most joy. I hope this journey through our A Touch of Red farmhouse has inspired you to look at your own spaces with fresh eyes. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about creating a home that holds you. If you enjoyed these ideas, please subscribe to Pixelpalette Dream Home for more design blueprints. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Until next time, take care and happy decorating.